Hi, this is Anis from Never Stop Trucking and Usura Express. In this episode, we will talk about a few things. First, let's talk about drivers going to a pickup without a pickup address. We don't go to a pickup address before we get the actual rate confirmation. And sometimes brokers will say, hey, just rush your driver, go there right now, and then we will send you everything that you need soon before they get there. But if you are, as a driver, going to drive around 20-50 miles or so to your pickup without even having the address, that might not be that smart. And first reason is once you as a driver get the address, then you have to put it into your GPS or in your phone, your tablet, whatever you're using while driving. At first, that's not safe, it's illegal, and it's very hard to find an address like that, because if you're sitting in your truck, you got your pickup address, you want to go to the pickup or delivery, you need to look at the street, how you're gonna get there, zoom out a little bit, see which streets you can use, which streets you can't, go to a satellite view and look where to enter from, which side of the building, where are the docks, things like that, everything that might be helpful to you. Also, sometimes you get an address, and some drivers will just put in an address into the GPS, but they will not look up the actual company name. Sometimes the company will be on a different side of the street or on a different corner. Therefore, you want to kind of make your plan. So we've had a few drivers do that lately, and we just decided to tell, hey, let's not go to pick up without the actual pickup address and the name of the company. I understand sometimes the time is tight, you have to go right away. Brokers will rush you sometimes, and how can you even trust them that they're even going to send you the rate confirmation? You don't know that. Maybe in rare circumstances where you totally trust the broker, you know them, you've been working with them for a while, and maybe the driver knows this place, that's an exception. But otherwise, I would not go to pickup or delivery without having an actual address and without planning your trip as a driver. The second thing is here at Usura Express, we are introducing driver video training. Our insurance company is giving us materials, and every month we will be sending our owner-operators and drivers some videos to look as a safety rule. I know back when I was driving, this one company had that, and they were much stricter. You had to do the actual training, and everyone had their own username and password, and it will track it, and it will know if you looked at the lesson or no. So every quarter you would have to do all of that, and it was a lot. It was like 2-3 hours of videos. But as a driver, you might think, well, that's useless, just waste of my time. But actually, there are a few things where even you or myself as a professional driver, some things that you never knew about, or you forgot, or you didn't think about that way, and it will just refresh your memory. And if you watch some videos for like a couple of hours and, maybe find 2 or 3 things or just one thing that might help you in future in a certain situation, I think it's worth it. So here we want to do one lesson every month, and these lessons are maybe like 20-30 minutes long. So I think that will help, and that's a perk of being in Usura Express. Another thing I want to talk about is I just read a comment on the channel. This one dispatcher, he said he was making 500 phone calls a day and trying to recruit new carriers, and he just couldn't get to anyone to sign up for him. I think that cold calling slowly, as far as drivers are concerned, is just dying out. There are some systems where a lot of phone companies, they're using their systems to prevent such phone calls. They have systems to notify you whether this is a spam or potential spam incoming. You can block them. And also here in trucking, A lot of these dispatching companies are from overseas, and they can only register their LLCs in certain states. So when I see Wyoming calling me, the state Wyoming number, or Delaware, maybe even Florida, there are a few of them, like Texas as well. It will, I think it's going to be spam, and most of the time I would just not answer unless I'm expecting an important call. Then I would just, but most of the time, even if I answer, it is a dispatcher calling me and offering me their services. Now, I spoke numerous times about this issue on the channel, about what these dispatchers are doing wrong. And then I'll repeat a few of them right now. First thing is the pitch. Like when you call, all of these dispatchers sound, well, they're not actually dispatchers, they're just salespeople, but they all sound the same. Always starting with a wrong way of starting a conversation, and I spoke about that, like I said, a few times. I'm not going to go into details like how to start it, but long introduction, just waste of time, because I'm here talking on my phone, always dealing with some issues, and then you start a conversation. Hey, how are you, sir? I'm good. Well, the reason for my call, like, you lost me already. Like, I'm not even listening anymore because I know what it is, and I don't need a dispatcher. Now, why would you, as a dispatcher, call an authority that has more than, I don't know, 5 trucks, right? Even more than 3 trucks. Like, there is no point of that. You're calling authorities that have 10, 20 trucks. That doesn't make sense. They're not going to work with you. You need an owner-operator who has 1 truck, maybe 2 trucks, maximum 3, but that's it. If they have more than 3 trucks, most likely they have an in-house dispatcher, or they have something figured out. If you call a company that has like 10 trucks or over, then like, what are you expecting? That, like, I already have a dispatcher. I have myself. I have, maybe someone else, maybe 2 dispatchers, and you're calling these people, wasting their time and your time. So that's not going to work. So that's your other mistake. One more mistake is that, like, these are bad times for calling. There is no point in calling. If someone wants a dispatcher, they're going to reach out to you right now. That's the most likely scenario. As far as owner-operators needing a dispatcher, they will reach out to you. Most of the time, the way they answer, they're just going to hang up on you, maybe cuss you out or block you. And then once a lot of people start blocking you, then the phone company that owns your phone number, they will list you as a spam, or maybe they're just going to take away your phone number, right? So you don't want that. In my opinion, the best thing is to advertise. There are many, many ways to advertise, paid or free ways. So if they reach out to you and if they see you, that you're out there, then this is already a warm lead, right? And you want that. Now, once they reach out to you, there are a few things that will convert them. First is the price, the rates that you're offering, your rates. And the second is your pitch, your attitude, the way you're talking, the way, if they like what they hear, right? So once someone reaches out to you, like what we have in Usura Express, I have the deal, right? We have the offer, and our offer is public, and I say it all the time. Right now, owner-operators get 88% of the load. That's what it is. And we also have, if you go more in depth, you'll see like what the insurance is or everything else. And owner-operators already know. So when they reach out to me, that means that they want to work with me because they liked something that they saw maybe on my videos or in one of my postings, but they already know what our rates are. So that's most likely not going to be an issue, because just the fact that they are reaching out means that they are agreeing to these rates and that they sound reasonable to them. Now, it's up to me to talk to them and answer any other potential questions and assure them that they are going to be in good hands. And then if they decide that they're going to go ahead with us, then I have to do my best to do everything in a timely manner, to communicate well, keep them posted, and have them come here as soon as they can, right? Because most likely they want to start right away. They just don't want to lose any time, and I need to help them in that, because if the more they sit, the more money they're losing, right? So if you have a solid offer, and if someone reaches out to you and you post it out there, they already know what it is, then most likely it's your fault that you didn't convert them. Another thing I want to talk about is I do get a lot of emails, and a lot of these emails are dispatchers looking for work, and they ask me for work or to train them, like they're just going to work for free or they're going to work for cheap, and we really don't have the time or the capacity to do that. Right now, even when we decide to hire someone, we need to find someone that will live up to our reputation, right? That's the problem. If you have a physical location and you can have people come in physically to you, and then they can stay on the side and watch and learn, and you can give them some small tasks, and then with time they'll learn, that's different. But the way we are working, most of our positions are remote, then that's not going to work out, especially with a beginner, right? I understand that everyone is saying, well, hey, I'm a beginner, I have to start somewhere. Right, I know, I do understand. So that's why I always keep telling anyone, like, if you can find a physical office and go there and then start, then that's going to be your best bet. I get emails in Turkish, in Spanish, in Albanian. People just assume my nationality, and they would send me emails, and I'm like, well, I don't understand this, right? I don't understand your language. But then I go to Google Translate, and it translates, and then it's always the same thing. Like they're looking for someone to hire them, and where they can work. Dispatching right now is not that attractive. There are a lot of dispatchers, a lot of trucking companies and owner-operators are hesitating from hiring dispatchers. So because of the rates, because of the markets, right? There is just not much money in trucking right now, and that's the biggest reason, right? Let's just be honest. So once the markets pick up, then maybe it will improve as far as the dispatchers go and the owner operators. But right now it's just slow, and it's going to be tough to find work like that. Thanks for watching. This is Anis from Never Stop Trucking. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you're an owner operator interested in working with us, call me or email me, and hopefully we can work together. Thanks for watching.